Now, Darrell, I know you're going to find this hard to believe, but I was just over there in the woods there this morning, and I'm still shaking like a leaf in an October squall. But I was over there in the corner of the woods just leaning up behind that shagbark hickory there, sunning myself in the winter sun like I usually do, when all of a sudden, right out from behind the big pin oak tree there, comes the darnest biggest buck you ever saw in your life. Why, his main beams must have been 2-3 inches across. His antlers were spread so wide I can't even show you with my hands. And he must have had 300 pounds of sausage meat alone on his body. I was in a daze a second, and then before you know it, I was pulling up my gun. I looked the big monster right in the eye, and kaboom! I shouted at him, and when the smoke cleared, he was taken out off across the field. And I thought a second, I gotta go chase after him. So I ran 100, 200, 300 yards after him till my lungs were just burning like fire. And then when I got maybe 100 yards from him, all of a sudden he goes down in a big heap on the ground. And that is where the darndest thing in my whole life, or maybe even two life, happened. You saw this spinning tin can thing come down right out of the sky, right by that big old buck. And before I knew it, a ladder opened and two little green fellas were coming out and going over to check out my buck. And they were looking at the antlers and checking out his body, all excited, just about as much as I would. And that's when I came to my senses, and I thought to myself, I am not going to let them two little green fellas steal my trophy buck and take it up to planet Xenon or wherever they go and hang it on their little space house wall. So I pulled up my gun. I aimed it at one of them little green fellas, and I could see it with my eye to this time. That deer slug heading right toward his shoulder, and I winged them good. And that's when they took off and went back in that little spaceship as fast as they could. And that's when the next darndest thing happened. Just like in Star Trek, they beamed up that big buck back into that tin can, and before I knew it in a flash, they had taken up clear up into the sky, off into the wild blue yonder, and I never saw either the spaceship or my big buck again. And here's what I didn't know what to do. I just fell down to my knees, and I hate to admit it, but I bawled like a baby, partly because of seeing them green things, and partly because my big trophy buck was gone. Now, I tell you, I know them folks uptown, they already think I'm on too much shine, but please, please do not tell this story to another soul. Please, darling, I'm begging you, please do not tell this story to another soul. Please, please. Yeah, Mama, I'm so sorry, but Darrell's got that fake alien story spread all over town already. Them folks already think I'm a nutcase. Well, I know, I'm sorry, but if Darrell knew the truth about all that I shot was just a little doe with some spots on it, why, he'd have laughed me all the way to the grave. Yes, I know, I'm sorry, but what's really bad is I got them UFO folks coming in from all over the country, and they're checking out that fake burn spot where that saucer supposedly took off, and that mint jelly I put down where I winged that little green fella. I know, it's a problem. I promise I won't ever do that again. I promise, Mama. I sure do. I promise, Mama. Okay, okay, goodbye.